Governor Sanders' controversial plan to build a 3,000-bed state prison in Franklin County has drawn critics from across the political spectrum. Among them, a state senator who is now demanding Arkansas not invest another penny in what some believe is a doomed project. Channel 7's Andrew Mobley has more now. Andrew.
In an email sent to Secretary of Corrections Lindsay Wallace, State Senator Brian King asked her to stop payments to the firm hired to manage the prison's construction. Since the state paid nearly $3 million for the 815-acre Franklin County land it chose for its new prison late last year, it's faced fierce opposition from locals and their representatives, who say they weren't included in the site selection. The surprise decision has also raised questions about the feasibility of building a large prison at the rural site. King, who represents Franklin County, has reached out to Veneer, the firm contracted with the state to manage the construction, with some of those questions, but the company has refused to meet with him.
They respectfully declined, and then I've sent another email back in June, and they just haven't responded at all.
In his email to Wallace, King expresses disappointment with Veneer's accountability. Last month, the company ran afoul of travel regulations when it sought state reimbursement for alcohol, an expensive hotel, and first-class seating.
I mean, I don't know why today that they can cash Arkansans and tax dollars, but they don't want to meet with the people that represent them, especially the people that are going to be impacted possibly the most.
But even though the state bought the Franklin County site for its prison, it was not able to convince lawmakers at this year's to approve the $750 million it needed to begin construction, particularly after it came to light that the state had not completed its due diligence or a feasibility study before buying the land. Many have questioned how realistic Veneer's estimated cost of $825 million for the project is. Perhaps answering that question, the first test wells dug this month revealed far less water than necessary to supply a large prison. The nearest cities, Fort Smith and Ozark, both told the state they didn't have the capacity to supply that water either, though Fort Smith did say that with the investment of about $240 million into its water system, it might be able to.
That's embarrassing, to not know what your water situation was before you even purchased the property. I mean, anybody out in the real world would know if you're building a house or a business, you would make sure these things are already known before you even purchase property. Even common sense would tell you that. This is going to be a $1.5 billion project. Anybody who tells you less, they're lying to you.
But Senate President Pro Tem Bart Hester, an ally of the governor and supporter of the prison project, doesn't seem to have had his confidence in the site selection shaken.
There have been no surprises since we bought the property. All the results of tests have been exactly what we expected or within the threshold of what the expectations were. So look, you can't build a 3,000-bed prison anywhere. You can't build one next to City Hall in Fort Smith and not have to upgrade capacity and systems for 3,000 people. So that's exactly what was expected. People that are claiming this is a problem are people that just don't want a prison. A majority of the people in that area are for this prison. There are a few that oppose it. Look, there's always a few people, they oppose prisons. They want violent criminals walking the street.
But perhaps reflecting growing concerns among lawmakers, the Arkansas Legislative Council postponed consideration of a $57 million contract the Department of Corrections drew up with architects for the prison. Right now, the state has only $75 million available for the project. The game plan was to use that money to do the preliminary work lawmakers wanted to see before funding the project and hopefully win them over at the next fiscal session. But with the aforementioned obstacles, can it be done?
We already had a very large majority of the legislature supporting this prison. We had a few members that asked some questions and that were very reasonable. They wanted a closer budget. They wanted a few more questions asked. That's what we're spending all the time in the off season here doing. It hasn't held up the prison, but we're going to get a lot of more questions answered. And look, the prison's going to get built. It's going to get built on that farm that we bought in Franklin County.
At the end of the day, the one thing lawmakers all do appear to agree on is that overcrowding in state and county detention facilities demands more bed space. On your side, I'm Andrew Mobley.